Today is National Canadian Film Day, and we thought we'd mark it by taking a closer look at one of our country's current success stories.
They're nice, man. Don't egg the house.
So, you know how many people we've egged that were probably nice?
Yeah, but I like these people.
Since it premiered at Cannes last year, Sleeping Giant has shared scenes from a Canadian summer at 45 festivals in 29 countries. It's the coming-of-age story of three boys set on the northern shore of Lake Superior. The film's writer and director, Andrew Cividino, joins us now. Congratulations on this.
Thank you.
It's just huge. 29 festivals. That's a big deal. Are you surprised by the global response?
Yeah, it's been really fantastic. You know, when you're making your film, you're just trying your best to tell the story that you want to, and kind of when you put it out there in the world and you get accepted to Cannes and get to start on the world's biggest stage that way. And it's been, you know, almost a year since then, and we've been in 29 countries with it and had theatrical releases in a number of them, and so to see that sort of international response it's been really rewarding. And
the ride continues, and there's been a great response here at home. I was at the Canadian Screen Awards, and I saw Nick, who won for supporting actor, get up there in his white tux and win the award, and I thought, what an interesting kid. How did you find him?
Yeah, well, I knew, having grown up spending my summers up there, the kind of kids that I wanted to be in the movie, and I knew there was no way I was going to be able to cast them sort of in a traditional casting call and find people. I wanted people who walked and talked like that. So I went up with my producer, Karen Harnish, and we did this extensive casting call up there. We went to every high school, and we went to malls, handing out flyers and everything, but it was actually a Kijiji ad that we put up kind of as a last-ditch effort. And Nick walked in, kind of barged in on someone else's audition without sides or anything and said, "I'm here for the movie," and we were like, he's our guy.
That's him.
That's him.
He didn't even have to read.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
did he read a little?
We talked to him for 5 minutes, and before he even read, we knew he had the part. He's just absolutely spot on the character that we wanted.
When people say Canadian film, what do you think that means? Because sometimes there are negative connotations.
Yeah, you know, I think the good thing is that there is probably as many definitions for Canadian film as we have in our kind of very plural society. There are so many different ways to it. But I understand that there is maybe an association with some movies that you're going to see on like pay TV or something on loop that aren't the best quality. But I think there are actually really incredible, especially right now, there's an amazing emerging scene of Canadian filmmakers, young filmmakers.
This is an interesting time, isn't it?
It is. There's a new wave coming out that are making a huge splash on the international scene right now, playing Sundance, Cannes, Berlin, the biggest festivals in the world, getting recognition there. And they're all kind of coming up, and they're in that first and second feature stage of their career. So I think it is really an exciting sort of renaissance for English Canadian cinema right now. You
write, you direct, you kind of do it all. Tell me, do you have a favorite when it comes to what you do?
You know, I think what I love is to be able to be involved in every stage of the process. They are all fulfilling and very challenging in their own way.
I would think so, very challenging, to do all of them well.
Yeah, I mean, by the time you're done writing, you never want to stare at that blank page again. And then by the time you're done production, you never want to do another 14-hour day. And by the time you're done the edit, you're ready to not be in a room for a while. So it's this nice cycle of getting to work on different things that you love, combining, you know, music, storytelling, working with performers. There's so many fun. It's a great job.
Who have you looked to for inspiration?
Well, I mean, there are amazing Canadian filmmakers who came before me whose films I loved before I ever knew they were Canadian films.
And that's the thing. And you know what, I want to stop you there because that's an interesting point. You know, how do you really know a film? It's just a film, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
unless we deal with setting and, you know, subject matter.
Absolutely. And I think to your point, you know, a good film is a good film.
Is a good film.
Is a bad film.
Yeah.
And I think thankfully there are a lot of really great Canadian films, and we do have a strong tradition, even if there are, you know, some maybe only okay films along the way. But I'm also inspired by, you know, my colleagues right now. We sort of read each other's scripts and watch cuts of each other's films. And
so it's a very supportive community.
Exactly, that's what it is. And we're all we have our own voices and are doing our own things, but we're really all connected and we get behind each other. And it's really amazing to see kind of everybody sort of rising together.
Love what's happening with Sleeping Giant. All the best to you.
Thank you very much.
Continued success.
Yes.
Sleeping Giant is in theaters right now, and to learn more about National Canadian Film Day, we'll have a link on our website.